Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is episode 16 of Global Force Wrestling. We've brought out All Japan, we've brought out New Japan, we've brought out Jim Crockett, and we've brought out Vince McMahon. So we're doing quite well in the series, but we've sold off the rights for WCW to Ted DiBiase. Not Ted DiBiase, what am I on about? To Ted Turner, as you all know. But WWF, we took a month off last episode, and we did Starrcade and another pay-per-view because I fucked up the TV stuff. I have not been able to sort that out. So yeah, you'll find out later on in the night what's going to happen there. But we opened up with a decent pre-show match where, where Sid Vicious defeated the Ultimate Warrior in 8-18 by a pin for the powerbomb. He has a 50D plus. Sid Vicious was the real off his game, make no of that. The announced quality in the colour commentary going on to boost. Ultimate Warrior 61, which is not bad. Vicious 40, no work in progress, but a nice little opening pre-show match. We're in front of 4,000 at the people at the Sal Magali Stadium, which is not bad. So in a pre-show match, that had great wrestling details. The crowd, the Steiner Brothers defeated the Midnight Express in 8:26 when Rick Steiner defeated Stan Lane by pinfall with the Steiner device. Can't stop yawning now. By pinfall the Steiner device. It's only 4B minus. So yeah, I'm going to be recording this today. I'm getting the two of these taped, the two of the WWF thing I've got set up, taped. Then I'm going back to 2K18 and tomorrow I'm going to do Ring of Fire. I've took some time off to play WWF2K18, rest my brain, and try and plan out the storylines now because I've had to change everything with the fact that we're now not doing Bound for Glory and we're doing SummerSlam Survivor Series and WrestleMania. So yeah, Bobby Eaton seemed off his game. Stan Lane and Bobby Eaton showed extra chemistry. Teamed together. Pillsbury Jim was pretty weak. The announced quality in the colour conjugate attributes. Eaton 85, Stan Lane 87, Rick Steiner 65, Scott Steiner 65, and Rick Steiner at 63. No working moves, but 74B minus. I'm not complaining. In a pre-show battle, they had decent wrestling with Cheat Chainsaw and Dump Missona defeat Esther Moon and Monster Ripper in 8:03 when Dump Missona defeated Monster Ripper by pinfall the suplex at 62C. Chainsaw is getting better gimmick, ignore that. The announced quality in the colour conjugate match a boost. Monster Ripper 64, Esther Moon 50, Dump Missona 66, Chainsaw 43. Monster Ripper improving and flying. Walking in the air. In a pre-show battle, they had great wrestling details of the crowd, which gets a 78B. Holy crap from these guys. Shawn Michaels, Rocky Johnson, and Larry Zbyszko defeated Arn Anderson, Jim Nadine Hart, and Kevin Von Erich when Larry Zbyszko defeated Jim Nadine Hart by pinfall. The announced quality and the colour conjugate match boost. Larry Zbyszko 80, Rocky Johnson 62, Michaels at a 70, Kevin Von Erich 69, Jim Nadine Hart 72, and Arn Anderson at 72. Michaels is continuing to become a major player as he improves in performance. So, keep an eye on him. Now, this doesn't advance the storyline because the storyline has changed, but this is to play on what happened last night at Starrcade. When he started this crying, I go, this is totally not fair. I lost my belt to a man who carries a snake with him. You see, Global Force Wrestling have screwed me over like they screwed over the WWF brand. I've seen so much in this business, but this has to be the worst business decision ever. So tonight, I'm cashing in my rematch clause on the return of Amped. And Jake Robert comes out and he goes, sure, let's do that. I can't wait to kick your ass one last time. And Gene Okerlund said, if you lose this match, you can't challenge for this bout as long as I am holding it. So yeah, for Randy Savage to lose tonight, as long as Jake Roberts is your champion, there ain't going to be, any challenging for Randy Savage. So in our opening match of the return of Amped tonight, we get a 67C plus as Belva, decent wrestling with but cheap. Bull Nakano and Luna Von Erich defeated Susan Sexton and Denise Pettine in 8:19 when Bull Nakano defeated Denise Pettine by pinfall the guillotine leg drop. Bull Nakano carried the match in terms of ring performance. The announced quality and the colour conjugate match boost. Luna Von Erich 58, Bull Nakano 69, Denise Pettine 52, Susan Sexton 55. Denise Pettine improving in performance. The women's title storyline is advanced segment. I'm not giving any more than that. In a decent match, Mankind defeated Lance Von Erich in 7:46 by the pile driver. He makes turns number 2 of the Duke Global Force United States Championship title. Lance Von Erich's final chance to get the belt back. He does not get it back. A 66C plus. Paul Bear did good work at ringside. The colour that's quality lift the match. The colour conjugate match boost. Lance Von Erich 46. Mankind 68. No work improvements. But then we see Chris Jericho come out on the ramp and he goes, I might be the new blood around here. And I might have skipped Ring of Fire. I am here to make a name for myself, and tonight I'm sending a message to you two idiots. I'm going to take on Mankind for his championship in 4 weeks, when I'll walk away with the title. These fans might respect me. So yeah, still being quite young. At Call of the Wild, he's gone, I want to take Mankind on. So, you know, Chris Jericho trying to make a name for himself here in the company, and he says that one way of doing it is going up into a title match against Mankind for that belt. So that's, and he hasn't done well. You know, I'm not complaining with that rating. You know, 645D for that. So yeah, we are going to be building. I've just opened the internet up. So we are going to be building up for Call of the Wild with Chris Jericho versus Mankind. But the first pay-per-view of the WWF is Super Clash, which is on week 2 of this month, which is next Sunday. So we've got 2 weeks. I ain't done the storylines for WWF yet, so you'll see that in the next on the thing I've done for WWF. But in above, I had great wrestling and good heat. Ted DiBiase defeated Butch Reed in 7:37 by pinfall. Butch Reed was really off his game. Nice quality in the colour conjugation boost. Butch Reed 69, Ted DiBiase 81. No work on wrist was 75 B minus, and also the locker room was back to 100%. Yay! So hopefully that's not going to cause problems. We see Luna leaving for a limo. But then she's carrying a belt, she's leaving the arena. But then we hear a car rev its engine. It drives her, but she jumps through a door. We see the car hit the door and the wall. We see a black figure roll out of the damaged car and leave pretty quick, as security run to rescue Luna. So Luna's stuck in this room after a car's tried to run her over. She's got out of the way, but we don't know who's tried to run her over. It does advance the women's title storyline. I know who's tried to run her over. But will you guys work it out? You might have to wait and find out. Luna Vole is being attacked by running cars now. Believing that storyline's got a huge plot point to it. In above, had superb wrestling and great heat. Dusty Rhodes, Lex Luger, and Bret Hart defeat Truly Blanchard, Honky Tonk Man, and Andre the Giant in 6:40 when Bret Hart defeated Truly Blanchard by submission with a sharpshooter. Honky Tonk Man was weakly trying to keep up with a nice performance. 75 B minus. Announced quality lifting match to colour conjugate match boost. Andre 95. Honky Tonk Man 62. Truly Blanchard 77. Bret Hart 78. Lex Luger 80. Dusty Rhodes 95. No work improvements. We move on. So, Bret Hart's debuted a new power spot that showcased his strength. His psychology will help to use this as a go-to spot in the future. Thank you, Chief J Strong, bro. And we see Scott Hall in Gene Okerlund's match. He goes, he's sitting there, he's trying to, get his way with him. He goes, this company's awesome. But there's this Japanese guy running around here thinking he can get the better of me. If he can understand me, he's never going to beat me. I did rewrite that wrong. At this, he runs in, beating down Scott. It's Junichiro Takoka. I can't remember how to pronounce his name. We'll see him in a minute. But yeah, he's in the office and he runs in and beats him down. He's meant to be on screen, but it didn't work. So in above, decent wrestling to have heat. Chris Jericho has started his push as he defeats Rick Rude here tonight in 8:18 by pinfall with 59C. The announced quality and the colour conjugate attributes. Rick Rude 58, Jericho 50. No worker improvements of 59C. I ain't complaining. So yeah, it's this Junichiro Tenerina, this guy. Not Kenta Kabushi. I'm going to use him. But yeah, the Japanese guys. In about had decent wrestling but never much heat. Kenta Kabushi, Junichiro Tenerina and the Japanese Warriors defeated Scott Hall, The Undertaker and Lightning Bolt in 6:05 and Junichiro Tenerina defeated Scott Hall by powerful. The powerbombs. The Undertaker left before the end of the match because he couldn't stand it. Tiger Mask is getting better. His gimmick, the announced quality lift match, the colour conjugate match and boost. Junichiro Tenerina 61, Kenta Kabushi 59, Ultimate Dragon 65, Tiger Mask 65, Tim Horner 61, Brad Armstrong 62, The Undertaker 70, Scott Hall 70, Junichiro Tenerina improving a Rumble, Undertaker in performance, and Tim Horner in technical, a 72B. And after the match, Paul Bearer grabs the mic as everyone's left and he's standing on the entrance ramp and goes, "My Undertaker has made his next target Honky Tonk Man. Oh yes. My Undertaker wants you at Call of the Wild. You're gonna face my Undertaker. Oh yes. Remember, he is the longest reigning champion in this company. Oh yes." Now, what you guys might not know is this pay-per-view is very special indeed. If The Undertaker retains his title over the Honky Tonk Man on pay-per-view at Call of the Wild, He will be our first ever champion to hold the belt for a year. He won it last year at Call of the Wild. It's been a whole year, and I can't believe we've done this for a whole year now. I can't believe we're nearly at a year since Contente won the belt. I think it's brilliant. But yeah, it's big stuff. In above, had superb wrestling, great heat. The Road Warriors defeated the Bulldogs as they cash in their rematch of the tag belts in 8:15 when Road Warrior Animal defeated Dynamite Kid by pinfall of Doomsday Device. The mate defense number 2, their tag team titles. The 77B, Davey Boy Smith seeing off his game. Dynamite Kid and Jim Cornette playoff feature. Road Warrior Animal, Paul Aaron, good pairing. Now's quality in the colour comes to go out to boost. Dynamite Kid 88, David Boy 91. Road Warrior Hawk 90, Road Warrior Animal 79, no work improvements. But the storyline advances the segment, which is not bad. So after the match, the Steiners went out beating down the new tag champs. For some reason, Paul Heyman is on. I forgot to add him to the angle, which makes no sense. They look at Paul Heyman, they grab hold of him and send him headfirst into the corner post. His head splits open, blood is pouring out, and before we get to see too much of it, the camera quickly cuts to Jim and Jesse, and she goes, "What the hell? That was brutal. Looks like some of the new stars are wanting to make an impact tonight." And Jesse goes, "It's not looking good for Paul right now." Don't get, also this week, WWF Free For All will be live with all the stars of WWF, so don't miss it. Paul Aaron and Animal helped Animal during the segment. Paul Aaron and Animal, good thing. Paul Aaron helped Hawk during the segment, no work appearance. But yeah, so WWF Free For All is going to be the weekly show for the next April, May, June. So July is when we'll get Raw back, which will be better for me. In above, had sensational wrestling and fantastic heat. Jimmy Snuka defeated Ric Flair in 8:24 by pinfall the Superstar Flash. A 77B. Now it's quality to lift the match. The colour comes to go to boost. Jimmy Snuka 96. Ric Flair 98. No work appearance. Oh yeah, I forgot that bit where Jim Ross goes and up in action next is Ric Flair. And then it goes to commercial break. Forgot that bit. In an exceptional match, Paul Orndorff defeated Terry Funk in 8:10 by pinfall the Pile Driver. Paul Orndorff has pretty good chemistry lifting the match. Now it's quality to lift the match. The colour comes to go match boost. Paul Orndorff 71. 100 in-ring performance from Terry Funk. Holy crap. I've never seen that before. And in our main event of the night, in an unbelievable match, Jake Roberts defeated Randy Savage in 2016 by pinfall following interference from Terry Funk. Jake Roberts makes defense number 2 of his Global Force Championship. Randy Savage and Mr. have great chemistry. Randy Savage 98, Jake Roberts 98. The Amped I'm going to fight storylines advance the segment. No work improvements, an 80B. But after the match, Andre the Giant comes out and just attacks Roberts. He hits a body slam on him, so he's laying on the match, he puts all his weight on him. And he just leaves the ring with a huge smirk on his face, and you can see Jake Roberts is coughing up fake blood. Like he's got broken ribs. And we end the show tonight with 78B. We are now getting our popularity back, so it increases our popularity in 30 regions. And I will see you guys for the free-for-all, which will be live on Channel 4, on the same channel we're using for Amped. But it's going to be like a TV event. So it's going to be like an event, like a pay-per-view style event. So don't expect as many angles as this. If there is angles, it won't be as long as these. So thank you for watching, guys. I will see you with WWF very, very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Hey guys, welcome to the first ever WWF free-for-all in front of 88,000 people, the Davis Pavilion. These shows will get more than amped until they turn back to Raw because it's classified as a pay-per-view event, but it's on the same TV channels. We've got events deal with Channel 4, Eurosports and Tempo TV, which is the same channel as what Amped's on, and then all the big events will be on pay-per-view. But Roddy Piper comes out and just goes, "I'm still the champion, but you see, this is not a TV show. This is an event made to look like a TV. But tonight, I'm on fire, I'm ready for a fight." An agent comes out and goes, "Sorry to interrupt you, but I want a shot at the WWF Championship. So not tonight, but not now, but in 2 weeks' time at the first live WWF pay-per-view under the brand." In a sense, it's changed its name. That's fine. You can have it. I think you deserve a shot. See you in 2 weeks. So yeah, our first match for WWF Super Clash, which is coming up in 2 weeks' time, or a week after this Sunday, a week on Sunday, will be Super Clash, and our main event for that show has been set in stone. It'll be Adrian Adonis taking on Roddy Piper. Now, I did forget to set this show as branded, but I fixed that, and I also having this as an event means I can have everyone on the main card instead of having pre-shows for this, so it makes this easier to run through. So in the battle, I've had decent wrestling, had great wrestling and decent wrestling crowd. The Fabulous Freebirds defeated Rock and Roll Express in 8:06 when Michael Haynes defeated Ricky Morton by pinfall. 75B minus. The announced quality and the colour conjugate match and boost. Michael Haynes 73, Terry Gordy 81, Robert Gibson 68, Ricky Morton 70. Michael Haynes improving in technical. We move on to this, and after the match, a massive brawl happens. Security runs out. I don't know why Adrian Adonis is in it. It's meant to be Vince McMahon. I ignore that. Security runs out, tries to split them up, but they get laid out. Then Vince comes and goes, "Stop it now! If you can't keep your hands off each other in 2 weeks at Super Clash, you can have a Falls Count Anywhere match, and I'll leave before I fine or fire you for attacking security." So he's really annoyed with him. So yeah, a Super Clash. We've got another match, but for Super Clash, not all storylines will advance like this in every show. As you'll see, certain matches advance in storylines, because we've got to have 100% matches at the events. So next week, you might get these events in matches, and the ones that get advanced matches play out on screen in angles. That's how it's going to be. I'm sorry, but that is the only way I'm going to be able to do this for the next 3 months, because it's the only way it's going to work. But yeah, the Rock and Roll Express taking on the Fabulous Freebirds. The reason I'm doing this is Ricky, I think it's, I can't remember which one it is. Let's go here. Robert Gibson, this guy has been pointed out as a player for the future. One of those people who's going to, on the main screen. So I thought, if I give him a storyline, see how this plays out over the next 3 months, and just see if they, because that's how we do it. We do it 3-month storylines, and we'll see how they go. And if they do a good storyline alongside the Fabulous Freebirds, we'll see what happens. But there we go. A 69C+, I'm happy with that, even though Adrian Adonis was not meant to be out there, Vince McMahon. In above, had great wrestling and decent crowd. The Phantom Sting defeated Kurt Hennig in 7:53 by pinfall. The announced quality lift the match to colour conjugate match and boost. Hennig 76, Sting 68. Hennig improving in Rumble, a 70C+. Not bad, I like that. Not bad at all, I really do enjoy that. In above, had good wrestling and decent crowd. The Superheat Magnets defeated the Bushwhackers in 8:16 when Jeff Jarrett defeated Butch Miller by pinfall. The Superheat Magnets makes defense number 2 of their tag team titles. The WWF tag team titles, that is. The announced quality lift the match to colour conjugate match and boost. Luke Williams 68, Butch Miller 61, Owen Hart 72, Jeff Jarrett 67. Jeff Jarrett improving in Rumble, Miller in performance, a 73B-. I'm not bad with that. I am missing playing WWE 2K18 because I'm doing Universe Mode more than my career to get the money, so the VC, so I can actually have, buy the loot boxes. But I'm enjoying the game. I think the game's brilliant fun. So yeah, I think I'm quite glad with it. And also, I didn't buy it, pre-order it yet. I got Kurt Angle with my game I bought off eBay, so I'm happy with that as well. So yeah, after the match, they're holding up the belts and the lights go out when they come. When they come on, the Masked Warriors are in the ring. They beat down the Heat Magnets to the delight of the fans. Paul Heyman helped Owen Hart during the segment, the World Tag Team Storylines Advanced segment, and gained heat. 62C. As you will notice, I'm trying to use the younger guys more. Chris Jericho, for instance, is being used. Chris Jericho's in a storyline with Mankind. The Super Heat Magnets were put as a tag team. They're both 20 and 22. Piffro Jr. and that are quite young as well as mass superstars. Well, Piffro Jr. is 30, but Ultraman Jr. is only 21. So, we're going to have them around for quite a while, and we want to utilise them because they're the people that when Hogan and Adrian Adonis and all that lot retire or pass away, they've got to carry the company. So we've got to build them up. So in about good wrestling and decent regard, Eddie Guerrero defeated Sergeant Slaughter in 8:28 by pinfall of Frog Splash. The announced quality in the coil conjugate match boost. Sergeant Slaughter 76, Eddie Guerrero 65. No working moves, but 66C+. I'm not complaining about that. I've also now got a pay-per-view deal with a company that showcases just to Canada, which I'm happy about as well, because we haven't been able to do pay-per-views Canada yet, where our TV shows have been shown to Canada for a while, so it's really confusing fans. In Canada, I think, who don't get to see the pay-per-views get really annoyed. But in a decent match, this is a special attraction 10-man tag. Nikolai Koloff, Brutus Briefcase, Steven Regal, Roy Brookside and Vampiro defeated Ultraman Jr., Piffro Jr., Norman Smiley, Jim Duggan and Adrian Adonis in 12:08 when Vampiro defeated Norman Smiley by pinfall, nail and coffin. In terms of ring work, Adrian Adonis was head and shoulders above everyone else, 75B-. Vampiro improving in performance, Ultraman Jr. in flying and Steven Regal in Rumble. The announced quality and the colour content go out to boost. Adrian Donis looked excellent out there. Adrian Donis 95, Duggan 73, Smiley 44, Prifro 55, Ultraman Jr. 52, Vampiro 45, Robbie Brookside 56, Stephen Regal 62, Bruce Briefcake 65, Nikolai Koloff 83, a 75 B-. I'm not complaining about that match. In about very good wrestling but didn't have much heat, Brian Pillman defeated Chris Benoit in 9:19 by pinfall flying corkscrew crossbody. The announced quality lifted the match to colour commentary going out to boost. Chris Benoit 70, Pillman 68, no working principle. 74 B- from those two. I'm not complaining. Them two on their own and getting a 74 B-. In an exceptional match, Hulk Hogan and Joe Lawler defeated Ricky Steamboat and Bob Orton Jr. in 8:25, and Joe Lawler defeated Bob Orton by pinfall of pile driver, and that's quality and the colour content going out to boost. Bob Orton Jr. 88, Ricky Steamboat 95, Joe Lawler 88, Hulk Hogan 96. The War versus Hogan versus Steamboat storylines advances started the segment, and so is Joe Orton versus Jerry Lawler. So we can confirm for Super Clash 1998, get in the right year. We're not in W. Will be Hulk Hogan taking on, not Bob Orton, that's Jerry Lawler. Is it Jerry Lawler? I don't know. We'll be taking on Ricky Steamboat on pay-per-view, live on pay-per-view. And then Jerry Lawler will be taking on none other than Bob Orton Jr. These are storylines that are going to be playing out in matches over the next few weeks and on television. But the next week will be the kind of go home pay-per-view, go home free-for-all. But yes, it's not. But you're not paying for this. It is free for everybody. That's why it's called the free-for-all, because it's free on television. In a devout had good wrestling, dispatched the crowd. Dutch Mantel, Steve Austin and Carmella defeated John Haystack and Vader, and Bob Holly in 8:17. And Dutch Mantel defeated Vader by pinfall to pile driver. Bob Holly was weak in string of his performance. Ignore that, he defeated Bob Holly. Vader seemed off his game. The nice quality and the colour content to boost. Carmella 67, Steve Austin 66, Mantel 69, Holly 52. Vader getting a 71 and Haystacks getting a 65. Haystacks improving in technical, which is good. I can confirm a Super Clash. I'm going to try and get as much of the matches booked in as I can, because I'm not going to be able to do them in angles, which is really annoying, because we have to have 100% matches, so I'm not going to be able to do this. At the pay-per-view, something I wanted to do is going to be Big Boys as Giant Haystacks takes on Carmella for the Inter-European Championship. Vader will be defending his Intercontinental Championship against a new up-and-comer, very similar to what's going on over on Amped, as Steve Austin will be getting a shot at the Intercontinental Championship. Yes, I am giving Steve Austin a chance to go up again. There we go. It's not going, is it? What to do? Safe. Thank you. The 73B-, not complaining about that. Next up, we have our main event. The video plays. It's hyping up the main event. Roddy Piper versus King Kong Bundy is our main event tonight. He gets an 82 and about had sensational wrestling and fantastic. Roddy Piper defeated King Kong Bundy in 24:40 by pinfall. He makes defense number 3 of the WWF World Heavyweight title. King Kong Bundy 95, Roddy Piper 99. No work improvements. We go to the closing angle of the show when Adrian Donis just comes out and starts beating down Piper, turning heel in the process for this storyline. We end the show tonight with our first ever free-for-all, which is easier to book than a 2-hour TV show. Gets an 80B, increases our popularity in 30 regions. I ain't complaining. I'll see you guys with Amped on coming Monday night. Hey guys, welcome back. This is Amped. We have only got one more free-for-all, but I'm not going to do the free-for-all this week, because after this it'll be WWF pay-per-view. When the show about a decent wrestling, we did have much heat. Chainsaw defeated Duck Masono in 8:24 by pinfall. Chainsaw is really off the game. That's quality and the colour contribution boost. Duck Masono 68, Chainsaw 40. No working rules with 64C. Not a bad match. Really happy with that. I think they did well. In a decent pre-show match, Hillbilly Jim defeated Kenta Kabushi in 8:03 by pinfall. Jesse Fontier and Gene Oakland have pretty good chemistry when calling matches together. And now stress Gene Oakland's pretty weak. The announced quality and the colour contribution boost. Hillbilly Jim 60. Kenta Kabushi 64. Hillbilly Jim had an in-ring performance of of something. So it's so in a bout, I'm pretty sure I've had good wrestling, a decent. But didn't have much heat. Scott Hall defeat Chris Jericho by pinfall the Razor's Edge. Chris Jericho and Scott Hall have great chemistry in their performance. The announced desk, Ollie Anderson was pretty weak. Now it's quality in the colour controversial boost. Chris Jericho 60, Scott Hall 74, a 71C plus. Jericho improving in Rumble and Hall in flying. A 71C plus. I ain't complaining. In Appreciable, I've had subpar wrestling and little heat. Mankind defeated Yokozuna in 7:34 by pinfall the pile driver. After Paul Bearer interfered, Mankind makes defense number 3 of his championship. He's on a one-night deal, but with a 30 in ring, he's coming back. These two don't go in clear, that's fine. Power was weak. Now it's quality in the colour controversial boost. Yokozuna 30, Mankind 59, no working prints, but Yokozuna will be back next week. And Luna's in the ring and she goes, last week, so you can see she's a bit battered, she's got some tape around her. She's like, last week someone tried to kill me with a car or injure me. Now we don't know who he or she is. Or he is. So if you've got a problem with me, instead of trying to run me over, why don't you come out here and tell me what your problem is right now? Nothing happens, but then the lights go out, there's a load of commotion in the ring. The lights come on, Luna is hanging upside down from a rope with her head being cut with her head being cut open like a lip. And there's just like very small cut, but there's blood dripping into a bucket, which is then letting out like this green smoke out of it. And Jim Ross is like, what the hell is happening around here? And just goes, this looks like the work of Paul Bearer's lot, but they're men, not women, so this makes no sense. And Jim just goes, after this queerbait, we've got an got tag team action in a huge 8-man tag match. But he's just, he's a bit shaken up by what he's just seen in the ring. Thinking, what the hell? But in our opening match tonight, and above our great heat and decent wrestling, great heat, great wrestling, decent crowd, the Steiner Brothers and the Japanese Warriors feed the Bulldogs and Road Warriors. And 6:07 when Rick Steiner defeated Dynamite Kid by pinfall the Flying Bulldog. They're a good pair they're a good pair. And Ultimate Dragons getting better. It's good. The announced quality lift in the match. The colour conjugate attributes. Road Warrior Hawk 90, Road Warrior Animal 79, Dynamite Kid 82, David Boy 83, Ultimate Dragon 65, Tiger Mask 65, Scott Steiner 70, Rick Steiner 62, Scott Steiner improving in performance at 75B minus. I ain't complaining about that. It's happening. In above our decent wrestling with another much heat, Denise Pratt-Seen, Susan Sexton and Monster Ripper defeated Esther Milne, Bull Nakona and Americana in 7:22. When Monster Ripper defeated Americana by pinfall the Big Splash. Americana's weakness Strudcut. She's from Ring of Fire. She was brought up here because I didn't want Luna Von Erich wrestling tonight, so that's why she's here. The nice quality in the colour conjugation boost. But she's got 36, which is one of her better performances we've had since we've had her in the company. But she's come up from Ring of Fire. She'll be back down there after this. Americana 36, Bull Nakona 69, Esther Moon 53, Monster Ripper 63, Susan Sexton 52, Denise Pratt-Seen 49, no working press, but 62C. Not bad. Mankind and Chris Jericho are in the back, then a massive brawl breaks out, and they just have a massive brawl until security come and pull them apart with a, like Hillbilly Jim and a few others come out of the locker room and split them up. And great Strongbow, great Strongbow comes out. In the back, they had good wrestling and details of the crowd. 7 Kevin Von Erich, Rocky Johnson, the Midnight Express defeat Lance Von Erich, Larry Zbyszko and Lightning Bolt in 6:08 when Rocky Johnson defeated Lance Von Erich by pinfall the Johnson Shuffle. Lance Von Erich was the weakness struggle kill and his performance is 77B. Now it's quality in the colour conjugate the match and boost. Tim Horner 60, Brad Armstrong 63, Zbyszko 84, Lance Von Erich 49, Rocky Johnson 59, Kevin Von Erich 72, Bobby Eaton 77, Stan Lane 76, Bobby improving in Rumble, Rocky Johnson in Rumble, Lance Von Erich in Rumble and performance. It's a good old Lance Von Erich, he's still improving. So I'm not bothered by that. In above, had good wrestling and decent national crowd. Junichiro Tenorana defeated Arnanson in 6:35 by pinfall powerbomb. These two don't click. The nice quality in the colour conjugate boost. He got a 60. Arnanson got a 74. No working principle. 73B minus. Then Scott Hall comes out and goes, "Well done. You think a win makes you here in GFW in Global Force Wrestling? Hell no. You see, you need a champion. You need to be a champion. I've been there. I'm better than you. So in 3 weeks at Call of the Wild, I'll face you and show you what a former champion feels like." So, he's really ripping into him. this guy's been a champion over in Japan, and he's done all his work in Japan. And Scott Hall's just blanking that. You know, he's like, you've done that in Japan, but these American crowds don't really know you. You know, and they don't, because in this day and age, I don't think, unless companies like us do what we're doing now, where you bring them over, you really know about them. You know, this day and age, wrestling is so easy to get hold of. You know, New Japan's available on watchwrestling.com. We've got New Japan World, you know, and all that sort of thing. Whereas this day and age, you didn't have the. Well, I think the internet might have been around, but it would have been so little. You know, it wasn't. You know, it's not until like 1990s or the late 90s where the internet starts getting bigger. But in a bout had great wrestling and good heat, Rick Rude defeated Honky Tonk Man in 7:03 by pinfall of Rude Awakening, following interference from The Undertaker, the announced quality and the colour controversial boost. Honky Tonk Man 69, Rick Rude 79, a 71C+. Honky Tonk Man improving in performance. And then, oh yes, my Undertaker has sent his message to you. And in 3 weeks you'll feel his power in the ring. Honky Tonk Man, I hope you're ready for war, 'cause you're in one. Oh yes. The only person in wrestling I can do a proper impersonation of is Paul Bearer, and I don't know why. Have we already booked The Undertaker versus him at Call of the Wild? Yes, we have. Yes, we have. Honky Tonk Man versus Undertaker. Awesome. Not all matches are set in stone yet, because we've got a lot longer for this show to get this show done. We've got 4 weeks, whereas the other one you've only got 2 weeks to build up. But in a bout of great wrestling and good heat, Butch Reed defeated Bret Hart in 8:01 by pinfall with a shoulder tackle. A 77B+, the announced quality in the colour commentary going on boost. Bret Hart getting more in ring performance of 78, but Butch Reed is 75. I'm not complaining. Butch Reed has been brilliant since we brought him in from WWF. Very happy with picking him up when we got the brought WWF out. I think he's been doing very well. I'm also very proud of Hillbilly Jim and Honky Tonk Man and a few of the others we've had. Paul Orndorff, not so much. This got a very shit rating because Randy Anderson did it instead of Randy Savage. So I ignore that. I beat the shit out of him before, now he wants more. Why? I've got no championship. I'll tell you why. Terry Funk is crazy and a madman, and he needs to be stopped. Tonight's tag team main event, I'll take him out forever. The 16F+, we won't know that angle. The angle did not happen. It was Randy Savage. Basically, Randy Savage got fed up and gave Randy Anderson a call because he had the same name. In an exceptional match, Ted DiBiase, Truly Blanchard and Ric Flair defeated Jimmy Snuka, Paul Orndorff, and Dusty Rhodes in 6:36 when Ric Flair defeated Paul Orndorff by submission. He was the weakness, trying to keep up a nice performance. The announced quality in the colour commentary match boost. Ric Flair 96, Truly Blanchard 88, Ted DiBiase 82, Dusty Rhodes 97. Paul Orndorff 71, Jimmy Snuka 96. See, this is what I mean. He's getting a 71, yet he is getting a better rating, and he's an upper mid-carder, and he's a flipping main eventer. Dusty Rhodes improving in Rumble. No. In a bout had good wrestling and a decent match on the crowd. The Undertaker defeated Jim Nadine Hart in 8:18 by pinfall of Tombstone. The Undertaker makes defense number 23 of the Global Force Next Gen title. The Undertaker's getting better. His gimmick now is quality in the colour conjugate boost. Jim Nadine Hart 73. The Undertaker 68. The Undertaker improving in performance. Jim Nadine Hart in flying skills. A 77B. So Junichiro Tsurada has enough of Scott Hall, and they start having a massive brawl backstage. 45D. I'm not complaining. It's getting him on screen. In a decent match, Shawn Michaels defeated Sid Vicious in 8:03 by pinfall of Sweet Chin Music. The announced quality in the colour conjugate boost. Shawn Michaels 71, Vicious 48. Michaels improving in performance of 67C+. Not bad at all. And about that, good wrestling, great wrestling and good heat. The Ultimate Warrior defeated Lex Luger in 7:33 by pinfall the Big Splash, the announced quality and the colour conjugate boost. Lex Luger 85, the Ultimate Warrior 61. Ultimate Warrior improving in technical, a 73B-. And then we have our tag team main event as Andre the Giant and Randy Savage takes on Terry Funk and Roberts. In an unbelievable match, Randy Savage and Andre the Giant defeat Jake Roberts and Terry Funk in 15:04 when Andre the Giant defeated Terry Funk by pinfall of Body Slam. And I will confirm this before we run through all the other bits at Call of the Wild in 3 weeks' time. it will be. Now, of course, Randy Savage got the title, but he's one of our most popular guys in the company, with or without the title. He's one of our more popular guys, so he will be taking on one of our other popular guys in Terry Funk. Also at the event, the main event of Call of the Wild will now be confirmed for you guys. This will be in episode 17 of this series, and he will be taking Andre the Giant. Will be getting a shot for that Global Force Championship. Now, bearing in mind, Andre the Giant has not held a title at all in his tenure in this company. He's one of the few people who hasn't held a title, I don't think. There we go. In our company. I'm more positive he hasn't. Yeah. Him and Ric Flair. So, bear that in mind. And I don't think Ric Flair can challenge for the belt yet. I want to do it, but I can't do it until... I might do it after Call of the Wild. So, after SummerSlam... Yeah, after SummerSlam in June, he can then challenge for titles. But we end the show tonight with a... Andre 95, Randy Savage 99, Terry Funk 99, Jake Roberts 97. No worker improvements, because there never is with those matches, because of the ring room performance they're getting is brilliant. But the show gets us an 80B, increases our popularity in 30 regions. We're now getting popularity. We've got a locker room of 100 again. Everything's going well. But after SummerSlam, Ric Flair can challenge for the title again. But yeah, guys, I will thank you for watching. I'll see you this coming week with... I'm going to do free for all, but it's not going to be. It's just going to be a load of It's going to just be a 2-hour show of matches, no angles, building up for the pay-per-view. But thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you with free for all, or I might just auto-book it for this week. And I'll see you... Actually, yeah, I'll auto-book it with the game, and I'll see you guys live on Sunday night for WWF Super Clash. See you then, guys. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, welcome back. It's Super Clash. I'll show you what happened very briefly on the pre-booked edition of... it was booked by the computer because I didn't want to do it. So they did basically Rick Steamboat and Brutus Beefcake in the main event. It got 73B minus. Norman Smiley versus Steve Austin and stuff. It was just a quick pre-run show because I thought, what's the point of doing it, you know, because we can't do many angles on it. And we wanted to get to this show, so we are here. 7,500 people at the Dowbrig Arena, the first of the WWF branded pay-per-views instead of WCW as they were. Super Clash 3, it's 7,500, we're sold out. And we got this nice little angle, as always with me when I do my pay-per-views. So you ready? Tonight it's time to clash, and it's going to be super. That sounds really cheesy. It did when I typed it. 2 big tag team battles as the Rock and Roll Express take on the Midnight Express in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And there'll be no rules, and it could go anywhere in the building. Then in a match for ages, the Black Hogan fights Ricky Steamboat. Can Steamboat do a Roddy and pin this old hero turned villain? And then tonight's main event, we'll see the WWF champion defended as Roddy Piper takes on the man of cheap shots, Adrian Adonis. Can Adrian walk away with the championship, or will Roddy stay on top? Now WWF Raw and Global Force Wrestling brings to you live on pay-per-view World Wrestling Federation Super Clash 3. Then Tony Schiavone goes, welcomes to the WWF Raw Brand Show live to here tonight, and we've got all the titles on the line and so much action for you guys tonight. And Bobby goes, Vince has been running around the building like a maniac for tonight, for tonight's pay-per-view. But we open up tonight with a Falls Count Anywhere match right now. Now I'm just going to check something. I'm sure it's Tony Vajani that we have on this brand. I might be wrong on that. I couldn't remember, so if I am wrong, I'm bad. Let's have a quick look. Booking details. Yeah, Tony Vajani and Bobby Heenan. Hooray! I did that without thinking. In above had great wrestling and decent match of the crowd. The Rock and Roll Express defeated the Fabulous Freebirds in a Falls Count Anywhere match in 15-11. When Robert Gibson defeated Terry Gordy by pinfall double dropkick on the outside of the ring. Terry Gordy carried the match in terms of ring performance. Robert Gibson 69, Ricky Morton 73, Michael Haynes 74, Terry Gordy 83. No work in progress. I ain't complaining, a 73B minus. If they guys say we can't work in this sort of match, I don't care. You guys did brilliantly. You did a brilliant match. 73B minus. In above had decent match with Albert Cheat, Chris Benoit defeated Vampiro in 747 by pinfall Dragon Suplex of 59C. The announced quality and the colour conjugate natural boost. Benoit 69, Vampiro 53. No work boost was 747. a 59C from, you know, these two guys. Not bad. In a battle, had great wrestling. D/the Crowd, Sergeant Slaughter defeated Dutch Mantel in 7:45 by pinfall, 75B minus. Sergeant Slaughter 73, Dutch Mantel 69. No work improvements. We move on. In a decent match, the Bushwhackers defeated the UK Boys in 8:20 when Butch Miller defeated Roy Brookside by pinfall, battering ram. A 68C plus. Luke Williams were off his game. Williams 60, Luke Williams 61, Butch Miller 65, Stephen Regal 70, Robbie Brookside 61, Butch Miller improving in performance of 68C plus. Not a bad tag match, really. In a battle, had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat. Norman Smiley defeated Bob Holly in 8:28 by pinfall. We announced quality lift in the match. The colour commentary gave the match a boost. Bob Holly 50, Norman Smiley 48, Smiley improving in performance of 52D plus. One of the worst matches of the night so far, but, you know, we've got to work on them. In a battle, had good wrestling and decent match of the crowd. The Super Heat Magnets defeated the Mass Warriors in 15 minutes 10 seconds when Jeff Jarrett defeated Piffro Jr. by pinfall. The Super Heat Magnets made defense number 3 of their WWF World Tag Team titles. Owen Hart 74, Jeff Jarrett 70, Ultraman Jr. 54, Piffro Jr. 61, Ultraman Jr. improving in Rumble, a 72B minus. I ain't complaining. If these two can hit a 72B minus, I ain't complaining. An exceptional match. King Kong Bundy defeated Jim Duggan in 7:50 by pinfall, the big splash. Jim Duggan got a 74, King Kong Bundy a 95. No work progress, but 73B minus. Ho! Not bad. I knew this one would do quite bad because of the people we got in it, but in a battle they had good heat and decent wrestling. Giant A Stacks defeated Carmella in 11:51 by pinfall, the elbow drop. Giant A Stacks made defense number 2 of his title. Carmella's worth his game. The match suffered because of like a selling display, because of Carmella, obviously. Now it's quality in the colour commentary boost. Carmella 56, Giant A Stacks 61. No work improvements on this segment. The storyline's lost heat, but a 58C minus. Did better than I thought they would do. In an exceptional match, Bob Orton Jr. defeated Jerry Lawler in 1936 by pinfall suplex. Bob Orton Jr. 88, Jerry Lawler 88. No work appearance. This was scripted to be a called in the ring. Yeah. 78B. So is Hogan's match and so is the main event. Just as a test. In a battle, they had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat. Eddie Guerrero defeated Brian Pillman in 8:18 by pinfall frog splash. Brian Pillman and Eddie Guerrero don't click. Brian Pillman 62, Eddie Guerrero 58, no work appearance, a 67C plus. Not bad from those guys. Really good little match there. In a superb match, Nikolai Koloff defeated Bruce Beefcake by pinfall the Russian Sickle. Nikolai Koloff 83, Bruce Beefcake 70. Bruce Beefcake improving in performance, a 73B minus. Not bad at all. A good little match. In a battle, they had great wrestling and decent match for the crowd. Steve Austin defeated Vader by pinfall after Paul Heyman interfered. Steve Austin is now your Intercontinental Champion. Steve Austin 67, Vader 78. No work improvements. I do believe it was either WCW in the early days in the early 1990s where Steve Austin and Paul Heyman worked together. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but I do know that something went on between Paul Heyman and Steve Austin, and Heyman was always behind Steve Austin to be a star. So we're doing it in our company. So in a battle, they had great heat and great wrestling and decent match in the crowd. Kurt Hennig defeated the Phantom Sting in 14:51 by pinfall the Hennig Plex. Kurt Hennig 79, Phantom Sting 68, no working moves, a 78B. Not bad. So we're into our first of 2 main events tonight. The first one is Hulk Hogan versus Ricky Steamboat. In a bout that had sensational wrestling and fantastic hit, Hulk Hogan defeated Ricky Steamboat in 1958 by pinfall and full of tights. Hulk Hogan 98, Ricky Steamboat 95. No word improvements, but that was also, as you can see, we called in the ring. Was meant to be tainted because of Hogan being heel, but as a regular match, man, I forgot. So a 79B. A 79B hyping up the main event of the night, which is also called in the ring. Gets an 82B. Road agent notes. Yeah. So in an unbelievable match, Roddy Piper defeated Adrian Adonis in 25-27 by pinfall. Roddy Piper makes defense number 4 of his WWF World Heavyweight title. Adrian Adonis and Roddy Piper great chemistry in their performance. Adrian Adonis 99, Roddy Piper 100. No work appearance, an 82B. I think it should have been more than that. I think we'll try a 30-minute main event next time. See if that does it. But yeah, a good show in ATB. I'm going to give it to these 3 people. I'm definitely going to give it to these guys because these 2 got the best in-ring performance of the night. Hogan as well. As always, Hulk Hogan does good, but he's a bloody arsehole in the locker room. So praise for great performance, praise for great performance, praise for great performance. So guys, that is the end of your episode 15. We'll see you in episode 16 of Global Force Wrestling in 1998. I hope you guys have enjoyed this because I've enjoyed booking again. And I'll see you with our next episode of TWE will be, of course, Ring of Fire. But thank you for watching Global Force. Thank you for watching this. I'll see you guys again very soon.